Sometimes you just got to have a show. Sometimes you just got to have a show. So here I am. It's Friday or Fry. Yay! And I'm here, and we're here. It's kind of like the old expression, like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And there are people that don't know Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's distressing. That's distressing. When Spicoli says, well, Mr. Hand, if you're here and I'm here, doesn't it make it our time? Yes. It makes it our time. It's our time to come in and be happy. This was a great day, and it's not over yet because we know some things. We know some things. We know that Antonia Pierce was officially named head coach of your and my Las Vegas Raiders. We know this. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it's only just begun. Thank you, Dory. Let's go. LFG. My goodness. Loud. This is my what is it? Annex to the house. This used to be my lanai. And you know, people can hear if you listen really good, you can hear the fuck, man. I'm having a show. Jesus Christ. Loud. Loud. Steve, I agree with you. Continue to build the defense and O-line will be in the playoffs, right? And the defense, because you hear that there are rumors out there that Marvin Lewis is coming aboard the staff. 1 second, folks. I got to do something. 1 second. I'm sorry. My goodness. I'm having a show. Can you hear what's going on in the other room? Can you hear it? Because I certainly can. No sound? Okay. Yeah, well that's because I turned the the volume off, Sharif. And I gave people Dory, what I said was shut the fuck up and go in the other room. I said, shut the fuck up and go in the other room. I'll say it again. Shut the fuck up and go in the other fucking room! My goodness! It's you know what? 1 second. I will be right back. I will mute. I didn't do anything crazy. It's just that when we're having a show of this importance, and all I hear is this. I don't want to hear this. I want to talk to you. And it's, you know what, Marvin Lewis, and I know you're going to talk about it. You can't. I mean, Marvin Lewis as a defensive coordinator. Marvin Lewis as a defensive coordinator is fantastic. As a defensive assistant is fantastic. The issue that might be is, are they keeping Patrick Graham? I believe they are. I think this is an addendum. Remember when we had Gruden come in and they had the guy, it might have not have been Gruden, it might have been Jack Del Rio, and we had the guy who was like the offensive assistant, like the senior offensive assistant. And I can't remember his name. He was a very well-known name, and he was a senior offensive assistant. We had Rob Ryan this year as a senior defensive assistant. We've had people to help out in the building. And here it is. It's like if you bring in Marvin Lewis, that can only help. That can only help. Hey, I got you, Angelo. I see you. I do. I gave the link to some people. And I can't wait until they come in. And we're gonna talk about, we're gonna have people come in and talk. Things gonna change. Could you imagine, like he said, that the Raiders are going to be, if this is happening, you have Marvin Lewis come in, you have Tom Coughlin come in to help out the staff. The Rams, when Vermeil was head coach, when Vermeil was head coach and they went to the Super Bowl, they had Jim Hanifin. They had and look this up. Who's good with when Vermeil was the head coach, they had a whole bunch of assistant coaches or their coaches that were former head coaches. I remember Jim Hanifin. Maybe Angelo could. I don't know if Angelo might be able to do, but like I said, it was like an all-star staff. If you bring Marvin Lewis in here, he can only help. Now, is Rob Ryan going to be here? Don't know. Haven't heard his name. Maybe he's moving on. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, because he's already was in that position, that senior defensive assistant. So we'll see. But I'm happy. I'm happy. It is an exciting day, as Anna said. Hey, Angelo, you ready to come in, brother? Got the thumbs up. Okay, good. How much input was Crosby on this iron? Well, I don't think it was just Crosby. I think it was that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted to have Antonia Pierce. And we're going to bring in my friend. It's Raider transplant shipmate Angelo. Thank you for coming in. I didn't meet my transplant here. Go ahead and stand up. I didn't meet my transplant hero, but he lives inside me. And thank you, sir. This gentleman that I got a chance to meet on what was it, last Friday? About a week ago, right?
Yes, sir.
A week ago, last Friday. We were on a show, and I got a chance to meet him. And like you said, for those who think I talk too much, oh no, because I was on a show with Angelo, I was on a show with Stuart Schweigert, and I was the second most quietest guy on the show because the host was quiet as hell. I could barely get a word in edgewise.
Very true.
Cool. Yeah, and we had a 5-hour show.
5 hours.
A 5-hour show. A 5-hour show.
I got to think, I think there were still people following us all the way through. I think it was I don't know. It was definitely over 60 people for sure.
Yeah, it
commenting
was
on the post. But that's pretty. That's a bravo for them to stick out 5 hours.
yeah. I would love to have 60 people in here at once. I can't even remember. I think the most I've had would be like maybe 30 at one time. But then I don't know if the number up here just counts YouTube. I don't
Right.
know if it counts YouTube and Facebook because I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, a couple different Facebook channels. So,
Well,
well,
can
X.
I
So
well,
there you
can I
go.
just say too that not only are you on all of those things, Captain Jack, but you were also on TV. I was I was watching the Tampa Eagles game, and sure enough, man, they cut to you. I was like, "Oh, it's Captain Jack. He's at the
Well, no,
game."
no, they cut the Philly sports guy. I just happened to be standing next to him
Okay, all right,
because
sure,
what? Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it was. No, seriously, I was on TV because I was next to Philly sports guy
Okay,
because Philly
okay.
sports guy gets on TV all the time. It's
All the
like when I'm
time.
at a Raider game, if I'm in the first row, and I've said this, if I'm in the first row and I'm with Hollywood, I'm getting on TV. Why?
Yeah.
Because there's Hollywood, and they say, oh, and get the other guy too. Get the other guy too. But I
Okay.
don't mind that because Hollywood gets on TV and he enjoys it. I enjoy it. It doesn't suck. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
No.
was
No.
on
I
because
think.
of Philly sports. But
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank
No.
you for
I
that.
thought it was
But
pretty
yeah,
awesome, and yeah, and today
you're
was
first
pretty.
up, brother.
Yeah, yeah, no. Today
Go
was
ahead.
pretty exciting. I was texting. We were on Chris's show last week, and I was texting with him, and I said, I'll never forget January 19th, 2024, because it's today was I woke up to my mom's 71st birthday, right? So we do a nice little cake thing for her, and then a few hours later, AP's the coach, and I'm like, yes, So it'll always be,
A
hey,
hell
mom,
hell of
on
a
your 71st.
hell of a birthday present.
Yeah, yeah, and if you really think
Yeah,
about it,
hell
Captain Jack, because you've been a Raider fan for way longer than a lot of us, um,
yeah.
this could be the move that, like, can you imagine being 10 years old and you just happen to start being a Raider fan? AP becomes the coach. How do we not know that AP doesn't become our Mike Tomlin, where he then coaches, the next X amount of seasons, and because again, that's one of the things I liked about the hire is that there, when you try to argue that he shouldn't be the coach, or when they were doing that, the argument was, well, he doesn't have the resume. Well, how do you build a resume? Jack, the only way to build a resume is to do it. So I'm excited for all the younger kids who are like, oh, I'm a Raider fan. Oh, AP. Because if AP's here 15 seasons from now, which we don't know, and he goes on a run of winning every single year like a Mike Tomlin, again, I think that would be great. And I want to say to all the Raider fans too that are going to get to see this, this is what we wanted. We got what we wanted. Let's give credit to Mark Davis for doing what we wanted. So if
Mm-hmm.
this full season isn't what maybe lower the expectation is what I want to say. Instead of everybody going, hey, we're going to go to the Super Bowl, how about we just enjoy the moment? And then whatever happens, happens, because you can't start complaining now. If you're all in, I'm in on AP, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
you're in and he ends up going 8-9 again, 7-10 on his first season, on his first full season, then you can't get mad. This is what we wanted, right, Captain Jack?
Right. Yeah. No, it's this ain't a rebuild, it's a remodel.
Right,
It's a
exactly.
remodel. And like I said, he's not rebuilding the team, but he's gutting some of the things. He's like I use this room as an analogy. This used to be my lanai. I expanded it. I walled it off. It's the Raider Museum. It's the rebuild, the remodel. It's the remodel. So
Right,
this room is a hell of a lot better than what it was before. But here's the thing: AP was 5-4 with McDaniels's guys. Other than he picked up Jack Jones, and we need to sign him. Okay,
right. Oh, no.
that's
Not
a
to get
definitive.
He's signed, by the way.
Yeah,
Jack Jones is with us for at least 2 more seasons, I believe. It's either one more season or 2
Okay,
more seasons. But he's under contract for sure. He's not one of the free agents.
good. Good. I heard something today about him being a free agent. I'm like, oh shit. No, no, we
No,
need him. We need
no.
him. So yeah, so if Jack Jones is it, then that's good. That's the only addition of consequence. I know that we signed the really. I think they were on the phone because I was listening to one of the gentlemen at the NWA network. The defensive lineman that's like 380.
Yeah,
he's big. Yeah.
yeah.
When he sits around the house, he sits around the house. You know the old expression. But he signed, so it's going to be a remodel with the offense taking precedence. The defense is pretty much set. We need a few more tinkerings. We need a few more signings, but we need a whole remodel of the offense, and then we could take off.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah,
totally agree, Captain Jack. And
yeah,
I was just going to say what I would want to add to all the things that you said, which is correct, is I also want our fan nation, our Raider nation, to realize it's not AP's job to staff the team. That would be the GM's job, right? So it's kind of like in the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner, right? Kevin Costner said to the head coach, "Yeah, I know this is the way it works. Is I pick the team that I put out on the field that you coach. Do they do it different anywhere else?" And that's where the next part of this is the GMs. And I was going to kind of bring this up with you since we had that long 5-hour conversation last week.
No, because we were going to get into that, and I'm glad that's a great friggin' segue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Stu, who was texting with Ed Dodds, and from what the text said, it was super positive. So my question then to you, Captain Jack, if you could elaborate on this, since you know the Raider people way more than me too, because you're in the building at times and whatnot. Is it possible that the reason?
I gotta hold you off there. I'm not in the building, but I know people who are in the building.
Right.
Or I know people that know people who are in the building.
Right.
I've never, like I said, they don't invite me in. I don't know why I'm such a good-looking guy, but they don't invite me. Go ahead.
So from your perspective, Captain Jack, from what Stu was telling us on what Ed Dodds was texting him, is it possible that the reason why we haven't heard who the new GM is yet is that technically it sounds like Champ Kelly is hired to a position with the Raiders because he was sitting in on all of the meetings for all of the coaches. Yes. So is it possible? Yeah. Is it just possible that the announcement will be Champ Kelly will become the new president of player personnel and whatever, kind of like almost like an assistant to Mark Davis. So that's his elevation. Right. And then they end up announcing that Ed Dodds is the new GM. So now we kind of have a triple team thing, right? And the only reason why I bring this up is from last week, I kept saying that I'm kind of tired of we're the Raiders, so why are we begging people to come here? If there's one thing our coach just did is he kept calling and he kept saying, I want to be a Raider. I want to be the Raiders head coach. I want to be here. And he kept wanting to be here. So I want our staff to do the same. I want the staff to want to be here. If you don't want to be here, then you don't have to be here. Mark Davis has a lot of money. We obviously know that because he's burned a lot of it into hiring and firings and whatnot.
Well, okay, but he's got more money. He's got more money than you and I.
Yes.
But as far as the NFL goes, he's still, and I say this, and it's true, he's still the dude that's in a van down by the river. Okay, because he eats at Hooters and PF Chang's, and he has he's got money. He's not poor, but he ain't pinky sipping the champagne like all the other folks are. He's drinking the PBR. God, but he's drinking low rent. He's got money. He's not poor, but he's not as I am not as affluent as the other, blah, blah, blah. He's not.
Now, I only say that. I only say the money thing just because I feel like it's not. Mark Davis isn't going to try to outbid someone to get you. I think that Mark Davis is, if you want to be here, this is the deal that I am going to give you. If you don't want to be here, then that's fine. And I think that that's a great position to be in as a young owner like that he is. And then again, he's the steward of the Raider legacy, right? So, but the Raider legacy was built with Al Davis. So that's what I'm saying is A, let's give credit to Mark Davis, and then B, let's wait to see what they do on the GM side before you can't. Like, I'm not going to criticize AP if he's playing a player that he's coaching because that's his job, but he's not the one that drafted him. I think everybody got way too used to the Belichick way of he's the GM and he's the coach. It's like,
stop swearing on my show. Stop swearing on my show. That is a curse word. Just like Tom Brady is a curse word. My God. Okay. Stop swearing on my fucking show. We don't allow fucking swear words on my fucking show, dude.
I'm sorry. I meant the other guy. The other guy that'll probably be the coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Will he still be a swear word if he becomes the coach of the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah. Well, wait a second. I got to get you're talking about this guy, okay?
Why are you waking me up from my nap, man? Come on. I am the great Bill Belichick, Why are you invoking me on Captain Jack's show? This is just not cool, dude. I'm going back.
Or you can make it even shorter.
I got a point of them. I got mad.
You just say on to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati. Or actually, for him, it's on to Atlanta.
Right, on to Atlanta. On to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, but no, very exciting day.
I agree.
I agree with what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
So,
but
I was going to ask
you're stealing my thunder, Angelo. I love you, but I hate you at the same time.
Okay.
I love you and I hate you at the same time. You're my parico and you are my putanganamo. Okay? I'm cursing at him in Tagalog. He knows what I'm saying. He's my parico and he's my putanganamo. Okay? I can get away with it because if I'm going to curse, I might as well curse in Tagalog too. He's taking what I was going to say. He said the reason why they haven't announced the GM yet is because, and I said this a couple days ago, I said the mix-up or the holdup might be because Dodge was coming in, right? And people like what they see with Dodge. And in fact, Dodge was in like a couple cycles ago. I wasn't sure if Dodge was in when it was Dodge and Ziegler and Champ, but I know he's been in there for a couple of different cycles, okay? So what I think is that Dodge is going to be named GM, and Champ is either going to revert to his assistant GM role, or maybe they kick him up, like you were saying, director of player personnel, right? Because it's he knows the personnel, and him and Dodge are going to work side by side. And so, yeah, because what was it? Gabe was saying, I thought they were a package deal. They are. Kelly and AP, yeah, they're a package deal. It just depends upon what office he is in the building and what's on his letterhead. It doesn't matter. He's here. And the reason why we know he's here was because who was in on the coaching interviews? Oh, that was Champ Kelly.
Absolutely.
Champ Kelly was in on the coaching interview. So we know it's not like he's going to be saying, hey, Champ, we appreciate all your support. Get the fuck out of here. No. he's going to be here somewhere. So that's a good thing.
I was going to add to your package deal comment too. And I think people should start watching for this because now we're looking at what the staff is going to be. But I think Patrick Graham is a package deal with Antonia Pierce also. So barring Patrick Graham getting a head coaching position, I can't see a world where Patrick Graham will be coaching with anyone else other than, again, a head coaching position. And he might even say no to that. Because honestly, I think Ben Johnson from the Lions had a chance to be a head coach this offseason, and he said no so he could stay with the Lions. And I think Patrick Graham, seeing what he's seeing and the culture of the Raiders, he'll probably get a bump in pay, but I could see this being more of a long-term partnership. I could see that as being maybe, that was one of the finalizing the details. Maybe AP was sitting there saying, and by the way, in my tenure of whatever years this is, I'd also like to keep Patrick Graham, on for this period of time. So I think a lot of fun things are happening with the Raiders. And first thing is to celebrate before we question. And then I think the second thing is this is a fun time now to start looking at the draft. And you and I agree on this, Captain Jack, where though we will hear the popular, oh, we need to get a quarterback. We need to get a quarterback. I disagreed with it. The reason why I didn't think we needed to get a quarterback right now is while we're setting everything up. People forget that Max Crosby is going into his 6th year. And let's say we keep Josh Jacobs, which you said, Captain Jack, we're probably not going to. But let's just say Josh Jacobs sticks around. Well he's going to
maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Right. Yeah. But what I'm saying is all of these star players that are your Devontae Adams, your Max Crosbys, they're not trying to give the keys to some rookie quarterback to lead the way. So I think the way you make the veterans happy is you build around them. And I know even Stu had said this to me on the show last week, where he said, Angelo, it would take a very innovative GM to think this way. But I think we're at the point now where if we're banking on the defense, we've seen defenses win Super Bowls before, like the Ravens is a very popular example of that. And why not?
Yeah, the two times that the Ravens had won the Super Bowl, who were their quarterbacks?
Well,
Trent
Joe Flacco.
Dilfer and Joe Flacco. Yeah, but exactly. The first time it was Trent Dilfer. These guys suck. These guys suck with their defense.
Jack, we can't call anyone who wins that Super Bowl as someone who sucks. But let's just say that he was a part of a really good team and he did his job. He did the job he was supposed to do. And that's really, I think that's where it's at. Right. Is if you'll hear other shows, Captain Jack, where they'll say, oh, we should trade up to go get Jaden Daniels. We should trade up to go get, whatever, Caleb Williams, trade up to get a quarterback. Why are we trading up? Why are we losing draft picks? We need to rebuild our team. We need to keep our cap room solid. And if we were going to go get a big free agent, and I'll let you talk on this one, Captain Jack, because this was your idea, then why not offer the most money to Chris Jones? Because you said that. You said, if we take Chris Jones and we make him a Raider, we did one of two things. We took it away from Kansas. Yeah, and we just offered him the most money, so why wouldn't he want to end his career as a Raider? But I'll let you speak on that one with the Jack Jones idea. Or I mean with the
Chris Jones, yeah. And I appreciate that. And like I said, and by the way, Gabe, yes, you can be a Super Bowl champion quarterback and suck. And the reason why I say that, and listen to me, Joe Flacco is better now, or was better at the end of his career as a whole than he was when he was with and he wasn't bad with the Ravens, but in when you look at what a Super Bowl quarterback is, he's not the greatest. And oh, by the way, and this is going to be blasphemy for Raider fans, okay? Jeff Hostetler won a Super Bowl with the Giants. Was a decent quarterback, but in the scale of quarterbacks, you would say he sucked. That's what I'm saying, Gabe. When you look at Bob Greasy, nothing to speak of. Dan Marino didn't win a Super Bowl, and he's a fantastic quarterback. So what I'm saying is that if you look at a quarterback by quarterback by quarterback by quarterback, you can say, yeah, he kind of sucked. He kind of sucked. And that's what I was saying, Gabe, in the grand scheme of things. And I'm sorry. Okay. I think the better word is an average quarterback. Okay. Gabe, you know what? Gabe, you are so right. I have never been told I was wrong by a 17-year-old. You are so correct, sir. My God, all praise to Gabe. Gabe, come on. Gabe has come on in and just take over the show. Take over the show. You don't know all the people I know, Gabe, so that's it. But yeah, okay. He's I. How's it? He's I. The year that he won the Super Bowl, he was better than I. He was better than I average. He was at that year. But overall, he wasn't the great.
And can I just add this too, since you were speaking on that, Captain Jack? I think that people are also forgetting that in the future, like let's say we go with what you and I talked about. Let's not draft a quarterback. Let's pick the best available talents of needs that we need. We need offensive line, and there's 5 amazing, at least first-round offensive lines coming to our pick, right? So we get one of those. Then we get a defensive tackle, let's just say, or another defensive help. Then what we essentially just promised is we promised Devontae Adams, hey man, we're trying to protect the quarterback so they can get you the ball. We say to Max Crosby, hey Max, we're tired of you having to do everything all the time, so we're adding pieces to you. And let's say we make this a cohesive team. And then let's just say that this cohesive team makes the playoffs with Aiden O'Connell as the quarterback. I'm not saying that Aiden O'Connell will be the quarterback of our long future. I'm just saying let's see what happens, because in the next 2 more drafts, you're going to have Quinn Ewers coming out. You're going to have Jalen Milroe coming out. You're going to have Arch Manning. I mean, can you imagine Arch Manning?
Wow, is Arch Manning really coming out?
Like in 2 more seasons. That's what I'm saying. So probably 2026 is when Arch would come out. Quinn Ewers will probably come out in 2025. Jalen Milroe might come out either on 2025 or 2026. But that's what I mean is it's like, can we pump the brakes? Like you guys are trying to give the keys to a Jaden Daniels. Like, let's relax. I'm not saying if Jaden Daniels falls to 13, maybe, sure, why not?
Sure.
Still,
I'm good with that.
But I'm just saying, why are we trading up? We don't need to trade up. What we need to do is wait to see what everyone else from 1 to 12 do, so that whoever does drop our way, because they got desperate, we might end up with a J.C. Latham as an offensive tackle, or I like that Talisi Fuega guy from Oregon State. That's kind of my dude. But
it's an Oos thing. It's an Oos thing. It's Pacific Islander. You are biased, sir. You are biased.
No. Can I just say, Captain Jack, can you start watching the tape on this Oregon State guy?
No. I'm just dude. I'm just giving you shit.
He plays like a Raider, man. A lot of his penalties on this last college offseason was because he was so eager to go forward, like to go get the guy, or to go get his. And that's what I want as an offensive lineman. I kind of want a guy to want to put his people, his defenders to the ground. Right. Like I want someone mean.
Well, and we
nasty.
We got somebody like that. We got somebody like that with Dalton Wagner, who was on the IR. Okay, you can't teach size. The kid
the Arkansas kid,
6'7",
right?
6'8". Yeah, and he's as big as a mountain, and he likes to hurt people. So and it's a good thing. Okay, Gabe, I'm not gonna do a whole show on you, Gabe, but I'm just saying this: if you can't handle the heat, just shut up. I'm gonna give you heat. If I'm not talking to you or at you, Gabe, it means I'm ignoring you. Take it with a grain. I'm talking with Angelo. Okay? I'm giving you shit because I love you, so shut the fuck up. Okay? And no, I couldn't win a Super Bowl. I can't throw a football, Gabe. I can't. So just deal with it, Gabe. You're 17 and the world is your oyster. Okay.
And hey, Captain Jack.
Don't come in. Yes, sir.
I wanted to throw this one out at the listeners too. Is you'll hear the mock draft people where they'll give you the narrative that the Raiders should go get Kool-Aid McKinstry or Nate Wiggins, these cornerbacks, blah blah blah. But can I just say, why would we go get a quarterback or a cornerback or a defensive back in the first or second round when we have Jack Jones, we have Trayvon Merrick, and on this next kind of we can still get them pretty cheap because they're not like super free agents. But Nate
Mm-hmm.
Hobbs, who we drafted, and I think he's really a slot guy, but he's a mean slot guy, right? I believe Amik
Right.
Robertson will
Yeah.
probably stay on our team, so that's another defensive back. And then
I don't
maybe I'm just saying I don't know, but we haven't seen yet what Jacorian
Yeah.
Bennett can really do in the Patrick Graham system.
Thank you.
With,
That,
and I really like
yes.
Jacorian Bennett. The guy's fast, right? I mean, I like Jacorian Bennett. So, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Captain Jack, and you can correct me on this, I think we still have Chris Smith, don't we? From Georgia, Chris Smith.
Yes.
Chris Smith.
Chris Smith, that's safety. Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is what
Yep.
I'm saying is it's like, here's what we need to address, everyone. Offensive line, which there's a ton of talent for,
Yep.
and
Oh,
a
yeah.
defense to make Max Crosby happy in the front line. Defensive tackle, maybe. I wouldn't mind if they added another edge. You know, why not? Help out Max Crosby. Whatever you want to do to help out Max Crosby, great. But if I wouldn't be one of the angry Raider fans if the first and the second round picks are offensive line, because I can see a scenario where we could pick up J.C. Latham from Alabama as our first pick,
Mhm.
and then somehow by magic, someone like Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma dropped to our second pick. I'd be like, take that guy. Now our offensive line needs are for the future. I'm talking offensive line needs for the future.
Right.
But when we're talking about offensive line, Captain Jack, and I know you like the offensive lineman, who do we currently have already that did play this last season that isn't going anywhere? Because I'm not sure about the other ones. Like, is Thayer Mumford still under contract? And is I don't know.
Thayer Mumford is Thayer Mumford is will be in his third year. Okay. He will be in his third year because him and Parham came out the same year. Parham was the third rounder and Mumford was the seventh rounder. Okay. So Parham is going to be going into his third year. Mumford's going to be going into his third year, and Mumford might project to take over one of those guard positions because I think Parham's going to go to center. I think Parham's going to go to center because they need somebody who's quick, agile, and depending upon who the OC is, a center that can move and trap. So if they need that, you got Parham at center. You might have Mumford at guard. Okay, you're gonna get Van Roten is probably not going to be with us. Okay, so that that's we're going to need another guard.
Okay,
and,
so you're saying
James might not be there,
and you don't think Andre James?
I don't think Andre James. No, I think, and I'm not the GM, but again, and I'm not the offensive coordinator, and I'm not the offensive line coach. I was a line coach when I was coaching high school, but this ain't high school. I'm just saying, for me, I think that Miller, even though he's like the eldest, he might be not long for the team because he was playing a bit injured this year. So maybe he comes back with a big season next year. He's going to be here. So you got Miller at left tackle. And Mumford, by the way, played well when he was playing for him. So he could be that swing tackle. He can play guard as well. So if you want to plug him in somewhere. So you got Miller, Mumford, and then Dalton Kincaid, the big kid, right? Those are your three tackles right there, right? Parham goes to center.
Okay.
Right, and then you might have Mumford come in at Mumford maybe being one of the guards, maybe.
Okay.
Meredith is one of those extra guards, right? And I don't think Parker was swing tackle, but unless he improves and he made this, I mean, I got to give him the credit that he made the squad again, so he's at least hanging around. I don't know what his status will be. And again, I'm not the all knowing, see knowing. Hey, Gabe, listen to me. I don't know everything, but I know a few things. Okay, so this is one of the things that I do know. Okay, I think they need at least two guards. I think they need at least two guards. I think Parham goes to center, and I think that we have enough tackles there. Now, if they draft the big tackle, that you're talking about, that the kid from Bama or one of the other guys, maybe maybe Kincaid swings over into. I mean, the guy's huge. I don't know if you can have a 6'8", 6'9" guard.
You're talking about Dalton Wagner, right?
Know.
I'm pretty sure he's a tackle.
He's a tackle. That's what I said.
You think his feet is good enough to be a guard? Because that's a lot of pulls.
Right. So that's why I'm saying there's going to be additions on the defensive line. There's going to be additions on the offensive line. And I tell you, let the best 5 play and let the next 2 be the swings.
I can go with that.
You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong.
I don't have a problem with that. Yeah.
And like I said, you got people that came in. The kid that came in from the practice squad that was playing defensive tackle, defensive end this year, I think his name was Williams, 97. I might be mistaken on that. But he played hellacious as a tackle and tweener. Coons played fantastic on the end. Yeah. You had Farrell, the other Farrell, that came in and played well at defensive tackle, right?
Right.
We didn't see a lot of young from Alabama. Yeah, we didn't see a lot of young from Alabama, so maybe he just needs another year. We'll see. But we got people to fill these spots. Plus, we're going to be drafting people, and we need a linebacker, and like I said, another corner wouldn't be bad. So we're actually, it's like, wow, we're actually going to be drafting for depth.
Yes. Drafting for long-term talent. Right? Drafting for long-term talent to build on. That's why I keep saying, like, why would we lose draft picks to go get one guy when we're fine? Like, let's build on. Like, if there's one thing that AP proved last year is that we didn't necessarily win because of the offense. If anything, we definitely won, like the Patriots game, because of the defense, right? So by us adding to the defense and adding to the offensive line, we're doing a progression of natural growth. And who knows, Captain Jack, you and I could be talking about 2025 being, oh, hey, we can go get a quarterback. Let's go trade up for Jalen Milroe, or if he's that good, let's say, or Quinn Ewers. Or, like I said, so what's so bad about keeping Aiden O'Connell? So this is next year's second year. Right, still in rookie contract. Right. Year after that, his third year, that's still the rookie contract. And by that time, on his third year, we might be in a position, maybe or maybe not, to go get an Arch Manning. Maybe, again, it just depends. If we're not in a position to go get Arch Manning, then that means that we picked right with Aiden O'Connell.
We did rather well. And that's a problem I want to have. That's the problem I want to have.
And if 2026 comes along and we still have Aiden O'Connell, but that year he stinks it up so bad, and our team stinks it up so bad that we're in a position to go get Arch Manning, why is that a bad thing, guys? Like, why would that be bad? I wouldn't hate that at all to have the Manning family be a part of the Raiders. Sure, great. But let's pump the brakes. I'm just saying, let's pump the brakes on getting a quarterback, because I was telling you last week, Captain Jack, I compared Aiden O'Connell, in my opinion, if you surround him correctly with the right defense, right offensive line, he's sort of like Eli Manning. And Eli won 2 Super Bowls, so I wouldn't hate on it if we just kept Aiden O'Connell.
Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls with a great defense and people that can make catches on their helmet. And the other guy was Terrell, and then Willingham. If it wasn't for those 2 guys, I think the guy's name was Terrell, and the other guy's name was Willingham. If he didn't have those receivers, he wouldn't have won those Super Bowls. And the defense obviously helped out.
But the defense,
it's a compendium. It's a compendium a smorgasbord of a mix of the buffet of players. A team wins the Super Bowl. That's why it's the best team sport ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
that's why I think that when you look at, I think it's going to be an anomaly that when people see the Chicago Bears, and let's say they do go with Caleb Williams, because that's the rumor, right? The rumor is they're going to hire Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator, and then they're going to go get Caleb Williams. People are going to say, see, they got Caleb Williams, and look, they made it to the playoffs. That's an anomaly. They were already in a position to go to the playoffs even this year. If Justin Fields didn't get injured, we might be talking about the Bears being in the playoffs anyways. So the fact that they just happen to have the number one pick is because of the stupidity of the Panthers trading that away, thinking that a Bryce Young by himself is good enough to make a team be a playoff contender. And they're not. A quarterback. If we lose 3 first-round picks, let's say, to go get Caleb Williams, we're going to be in a bad position. If we give up 2 first rounds and a second and a fourth to go get a Jaden Williams, we're going to be in a bad position. Like, let's just leave it alone. Let the people rebuilding go get that quarterback and let them rebuild with it. But if there's one thing that Jordan Love has just proven to us that the Green Bay Packers did, is if you sit a quarterback behind someone for 3 good years, that 4th year is going to look mighty good. And that's why, Captain Jack, this next one, I'd like for you to tell me what you think. I've been saying that in the free agency of quarterback going into this coming season, if we don't do anything at all and we build around our defense and O-line, Baker Mayfield's going to be available. And if Tampa doesn't treat him right, I wouldn't mind having Baker Mayfield as a Raider, because you could have Baker and Aiden O'Connell compete. Whoever does well gets to start. The other person gets to sit behind him.
I'm going to give you one better. Okay. I'm going to give you one better. And I'm not naming names. I'm not naming names. And Sharif is right. Patrick Mahomes sat behind Smith for a full year minus 2 games. It was a full year minus. He came in at week 15 or 16, right? He was there. He got the whole year. He sat behind Alex Smith, and in the last 2 games, he came in. Let me see. I seem to recall a guy by the name of Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for what, 2 or 3 years?
That's right.
And then Love sat behind Rodgers for 2 or 3 years.
3 years, 3
so
seasons.
It can work. It can work if you have the time. The problem is, Angelo, is that today's NFL and today's owners and today's fans, they want it now.
Yeah.
They want it now.
Hey, that's no problem. But I think we would get it now if we fatten up the defense and fatten up the O-line.
I agree. You know? Yeah. So, and I agree with what Jay said. Mahomes was ready. He was ready because he was in a pro-style offense at Texas Tech. He was in the air raid offense. So he was ready to go. AOC 4 because AOC is that skinny bitch in New York. I will not say AOC.
Oh, okay, got it. AOC 4. AOC 4. And he's decent at Purdue, and he's got this year. He learned on the job this year, so it's going to be. And I'm sorry, getting back to what it was. It's going to be the Raiders are going to have a veteran quarterback to be determined. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who it's going to be. I really don't. I don't know. Could it be Baker Mayfield? Maybe. Could it be Justin Fields? Maybe. Could it be? Let me throw another
Kirk
one
Cousins?
That's
God, I hope not.
Okay. That's the thing, but there is a myth, right?
No. There's going to be a vet quarterback come in here and play, or at least vie for the starting job. Okay? Vie for the starting job. Here's the thing, though, and they said it on a show, and I was like, My God, I don't think so. But Garoppolo was a good team player, and
Yeah.
he's still here. And if the offensive coordinator, right, if the offensive coordinator thinks he can be the guy, he's going to be the guy. Now Hoyer's out. He
Yeah. Warriors
was
are-
going to be the quarterbacks coach for the Chiefs. He's out. Okay, but there's going to be a veteran quarterback come in there. If they get rid of Garoppolo, they're going to bring in a vet. I got it. It's either going to
Right.
be Garoppolo stays or they bring in a vet. And yes, I really do think they're going to draft a quarterback in the draft. Just not in round one.
Yeah. It'll be like
Just not
round
in round
3.
two. Round
Third,
three or
third,
round
day
four.
3.
So
Yeah.
there's gonna be right. No, we can cuss on here. Yeah, we can cuss
You
on.
just can't
I've
say
been
the
dropping F bombs. Yeah, I was cursing in Tagalog. I was cursing in Tagalog, right? Right, Angelo? Did I get? And I
Yes,
said it
sir.
correctly
Yes,
with
sir.
the proper enunciation too.
That's correct. Actually, sounded quite good. Hey, speaking of which, Raiders
proper
Pinoy
enunciation.
is asking, what are the thoughts on Cam Newton as a bridge quarterback? Again, I still think that the type of, just to answer that, I think that the type of quarterbacks we want to bring in free agency are ones that are going to allow Aiden O'Connell to truly compete so that if Aiden wins the job outright, that's fair. So another quarterback to bring in that I would say we can get on the cheap as a trial run is let Joe Flacco compete with Aiden, right? And then what'll happen is Joe Flacco will probably elevate Aiden's game. And I think Joe Flacco might be fine sitting behind him, kind of coaching him up and helping him out.
Yeah. Jay, you haven't caught a show in a while because yes, we can fucking cuss now. So yeah, there you go. We can. I try not to still, but sometimes I get like before. Like if you caught the show now, I was swearing in the other room because the person in the other room was so fucking loud. It was being picked up by the microphone, and I have a show here, and I'm like, go in the other fucking room and talk. Bakita. I said, I don't want to hear bakita. I want you in the other room. That's what I said. But anyway,
hey, Captain Jack, with that said, I got to take off, but I want to thank you for letting me spend the last hour with you. It's been super fun.
Yeah,
I always love listening to your knowledge, especially when it comes to depth and everything else. So I can't wait to get back on. And thank you for inviting me. And for all of you guys who are not an organ donor, I just would like to ask if you would consider it, because I'm alive today because of the sacrifice of my organ donor and his family. So thank you again, Captain Jack. Looking forward to talking to you again soon, sir.
You got it. Hey, and by the way, since I'm not a drinker, and I am an organ donor, by the way, I have a really good liver. I don't smoke, so I have 2 really good lungs. My kidneys, maybe because I'm a diabetic, maybe the kidney are not, but they're still decent, right? Now, my heart is what's bad on me with all of the transplants and shit. So you don't want my heart. But I tell you what, my 2 lungs, my kidney. Go ahead, sir.
Just so that you know, and I'm glad you brought that up. Because you're an organ donor, they will most likely gift all of your organs, but they can't gift your heart anyways. I think once you pass the age of 60, it's either right at 60, they say now. Or that's usually what ends up happening.
I got another year. I hope to make 60.
Yeah.
I know you think I'm old. I am old, but I still got 60 in front of me. So I want to get there. Yes.
All right, Captain Jack. You have a good night. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Angelo, hey, pare ko, maraming na salamat.
Walang anuman. Thank you. Thank you.
Ingat. Take care, partner. That's Raider Transplant. And I agree with him. If you can be an organ donor, please do. Please do. ML, thanks for the picture with you, me and my son at the Raiders. Hey, ML, you got it. You got it. Thank you. I take pictures with everybody. I do. I take pictures because I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy it. I take pictures with everybody. I even take pictures, or have in the past, with pictures I don't, with people I don't like. I like most everybody. I'm admitting it. I'm admitting it. I like 99.5% of the people that I've been around. But the other 0.5% of people, I can't stand them, and I still take pictures with them. Just saying. ML, no problem with that. I love taking pictures with everybody, so thank you. Thank you. Uh, yeah, and Ed's saying to the quarterback, if we're going to get a quarterback, but we don't know. We don't know who it is. We don't know who it is until we figure out who the offensive coordinator is. Until we figure out who the offensive coordinator is, it's all conjecture. And if, in case you're just coming in, I said Antonia Pierce was named head coach. They have not named a GM yet. I think Champ Kelly is staying in the building because he was involved in the process of hiring the coach. But Champ Kelly might be booted to another position, player personnel development or something like that. Dodds might be the GM. Maybe if Dodds doesn't be the GM, then they give it to Kelly. We don't know, but we do know that he's going to be in the building somewhere. We have heard conjecture. I like sounding like the guy on TV or a movie like that. Marvin Lewis coming in and helping out the defense. There's conjecture that Tom Coughlin comes in to help out the offense. Here's the thing. Even I'm thinking about it. Tom Coughlin, whatever role he's in, don't be fucking late. If you're on time, you're late. Tom Coughlin is like a Marine Corps gunnery sergeant. You are on time when you're early. Get it? If whatever position group Tom Coughlin is going to be oversightful of, man, don't be fucking late. Be early. Be way early. If you're way early, then you're early. Just early. If you're early, you're on time. And if you're on time, you're fucking late. That's it. Thrice says Lewis is just going to help AP make the right head coach. Yeah, he's going to be a defensive assistant, a tutor. He's going to do a job. Remember, Rob Ryan was there last year to help tweak things on the defense. But yeah, Jay, 5 minutes early, you're barely on time. You're 5 minutes early. But that's just the way that is. 1 second, I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to mute my camera. I'll be right back. I don't know, Pinoy. That's the thing. We haven't heard if Rob Ryan's back. We know we got rid of Carmen Brasili, and I know that Gabe was in here earlier. I don't know if Gabe's still here because he thinks I'm pissed off at him. I'm sorry. But the thing came out with Brasili that a lot of people didn't like him. Hey, Squid, I see you. Stay here, sir. Stay here. I'm going to go grab my phone real quick. I want to make sure it's charging well. I hope so. Stay right here. Don't go away, folks. I will be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, folks. I will say this. My phone was in the sink the other day, and so for the first time ever, I've had to put my phone in rice. And when I put the phone in rice, it got out most of the moisture, got out most of, but it's still not charging the way it should. It's still not charging the way it should. So I have to take it out of the case and the container because I have one of those phones that has like a dual screen. Because if you keep it in the screen, it won't charge. So I got to take it out, put it in the other way, and that's it. I know, personal problems, but I just want to let you know what we got going on. I am very happy, very happy, very happy to yeah, it is Gabe's bedtime. I'm going to bring in my boy Raider Squid, and I love having you on, brother. It's good to have you here. How are you, sir? How are you?
I mean, I can't complain. It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Well. First off, welcome back to the show. It's been months. It's
Yeah,
been months. Yeah.
don't really have time to.
How was your deployment?
It's all right. No, can't. Standard 7 month in and out. Nothing crazy. Thankfully, when we left, nothing crazy was going on in the world. Obviously, things change now if you're paying attention to what's going on and
Yeah.
people out there fucking shooting off fucking drones and shit. It's all stuff that's out in the news. So I'm not saying anything that people can't read.
Yeah.
Getting
Again,
into that.
yeah, it's not classified. Well,
Nope.
actually, technically, there are things that are classified in the news. But what we're saying is that
Yeah.
when there are things on the news about particular things, it's mostly out there for consumption. We just
Oh, no,
can't
yeah.
comment.
Yeah, it's definitely stuff that you can read about, and I had to bring to my guys. They forget, like, hey, this shit. I get it. We're not deployed right now, but we have people on ships right now that are fucking fighting off drones, and like it's real shit going on out there. If you're not paying attention, and for us, it obviously hits home. Like you kind of lose
That's
sight of it
right.
when you're stateside and you're not on a boat. You're not out there, but we have people out there that are doing what we do, and leave politics aside, we're still doing our job. People are still doing their jobs and handling shit like we should. So
That's right. I like that. Doing our job, man.
yeah,
So you're popping in. You say, "Hey, I like AOC Squid. I love you, but please next time, if you can, put AOC
I got
for."
you. AOC4. So me and one of my guys, he's also a fucking big Raider fan. We've had this conversation, and I know Sharif commented about it. If the kid could just fucking move out of the pocket. Oh, this is a cussing show?
Yeah, we can cuss now.
All right.
We can
All right,
cuss
cool.
now.
I'm
Yeah.
not. If he could just get out of the damn pocket a little bit, his arm, some of the bombs that he threw to fucking Tucker, he's got an arm.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see him develop. Like I'm so hoping that I get it. The getting a quarterback in this draft. This is the fucking glossy quarterback draft that you could pick one, but I'm hoping that we have a gym with AOC4. Like I really get out of the damn pocket, kid. Like obviously he's gotten better. He's going through his progressions a little bit better. His timing's getting better, but he's gonna have a full off season. If we pick up a quarterback or not, like you mentioned, I think we're gonna get a quad. I hope we get rid of Jimmy G. I get it. He filled his role, but the dude's got to go. Hopefully, his contract's probably gonna hurt us a little bit.
Well, I think they said it'd be split 13 and 13 with a post universe designations. I think he owed 26, and if that's true, we would eat 13 this year and we would eat 13 next year. And I don't think that the other. I'm not sure. I know it's split. It saves money. We're going to eat at least 13 to 15 next year, allegedly.
I just also like that. Got it. Jimmy G knew whatever it is. What it is. He took that backup role and he ran with it. Like he wasn't like the other number 4 that we had. And granted, him and McDoofus got into it, but just playing I'm out and I'm not coming in. I'm not going to do my job. Like he took it in stride as an adult and handles his position as a backup and try to teach the kid some stuff. So he obviously, and that's just a quarterback. This defense is exciting. Like holy shit, we have a defense. What? When have we
Yeah.
said that? Like,
Yeah. I think Peggy said that we had like a number. I think it was the number 7 or number 8 defense
Yeah.
overall.
number one,
Yeah.
I think the scoring defense, which is insane. Least
Wow.
penalized team. Least penalized team. When are those words used in a sentence to describe the Raiders? Never.
It's used in a sentence to describe the Raiders when you're in an alternate universe, like the Star Trek. And I know you'll get a kick out of this. Remember Mirror Mirror when they're in an alternate universe? The Raiders being the least penalized team in football is like Spock with a beard. It's in the alternate universe. Well, the alternate universe is here this year.
It doesn't happen. Like the routine now, or what's expected of us is to not be penalized. Like, what the fuck? We're really talking about this. I'm really getting mad over a flag, not like, oh damn, what do we do now? So I'm so glad I think we got this right with AP. The culture, it just feels different. It really does feel, reading Twitter or whatever, it's Twitter, everybody just being happy as part of the nation. Like, we got the guy that is bringing a culture back, talking to friends about, like, this is more, we talk about it a lot. The whole being a Raider fan is more than being a fan of the team. It's Raider Nation, and AP understands that. He lives it.
Yeah.
And I like what the media team is doing to embrace him. Like the little clip that they just posted of him with the all black Nikes, like simple shit, things that translate to us. Like, it's exciting and it's weird because there's playoff football going on, and I'm like, fuck that, I don't care. We got our guy. Like, so
what, now I got to ask you. I didn't get a chance to. And people ask me, and Angelo, like I said, Angelo was fantastic, but I didn't get a chance to ask him this because somebody asked me. They say, Jack, who do you want as the offensive coordinator? And I'm like, I don't know who's out there. Other than, okay, I do know this. I know that Cliff Kingsbury is out there, but he's being courted by the Bears, right? I know Eric Bieniemy is out there, and I wouldn't hate Eric Bieniemy. I know David Shaw is out there, and right now, that's my choice just off the top. David Shaw, who has his Raiders stuff, okay? Mike Sarah says Hugh Jackson. You know what? Maybe, but I would rather have David Shaw than Hugh Jackson, okay? I'd rather have David Shaw than Hugh Jackson. And you know who else is out there? Is Kellen Moore. Depending upon what his position gets promoted or demoted or whatever with the Chargers, because remember, the Chargers haven't announced their coaching staff yet. So it's possible that Kellen Moore is asked to go. So we'll see. Especially if Harbaugh went to the Chargers, he'd be gone. And now if what is it? The linebacker if Vrabel goes to the Chargers, he'll stay. I think Kellen Moore will stay because Vrabel's a defensive guy. If Carroll goes to the Chargers, which is possible, he's gone because Pete Carroll has his own system. So it all depends upon who's going to be the Chargers head coach. And Kellen Moore is there. So I mean, I would like Kingsbury. Yeah, I wouldn't hate Cliff Kingsbury. I wouldn't hate Eric Bieniemy. I would like to have David Shaw. So there's a lot of guys out there. Maybe tell me who you would like as the offensive coordinator, because that's what we really need right now, the offensive coordinator.
That to me is the question I've had. My question, even with the whole AP Harbaugh conversation, is who does AP hire as an OC? And we really, that's the unknown right now. The entity would be phenomenal because of obviously one, great with Kansas City. I hate saying it, but it's facts. So having somebody that knows that system, granted, I think little by little we're punching that Kansas City in the mouth. They're not used to it. So and I love seeing that. I love seeing them shaking up, Mahomes pouting, and fucking Travis Taylor, whatever the hell his name is now.
Swifty, yeah.
Yeah. Like the little crying. I love them being shaken up, not knowing what to do, but I don't know which route we're gonna go with OC. I'm still waiting on to figure out who's our GM going to be, because I'm still hearing it's probably going to be Mike Champ, but Ed Dobbs isn't out of the conversation. He's got history
Right,
with this too.
right. And
So
I think it's going to be Dodds. I really do. I think it's going to be Dodds, and they're gonna let Kelly go someplace in a position where he can help the team. In a position where he can help the team, but maybe not in that GM room. And I said, director of player personnel. I don't know. They didn't want him to leave the building last year, which is why they made a job for him as assistant
yeah,
GM. They like what he can do, and he did so well. I'm just thinking, I think Dodds would be the fantastic GM. I like to have him there with him and Kelly working together. I love it. And by the way, I said Marvin. Ryan Acevedo. Marvin Lewis is a defensive guy. He's a defensive guy. He's not an offensive guy.
he'll be on staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin Lewis is supposed to be on staff, and Coughlin is supposed to be, or allegedly going to be on staff. So we're going to be good. We're gonna get those. I want to know who the I want to know who the offensive line coach is, because that's important too.
It's definitely going to be interesting what AP does, and pretty much we've all heard that he's cleaning house when it comes to the offensive side, which we knew was going to happen. It's expected. Like we took what we had, but which I'm hoping now too. We hear that we re-sign Graham, because that's extremely important. I love that we shot down. Nope, you can go interview for a head coach, but you're not interviewing for defensive coordinator position, because that's not going to happen. Right. So if he gets a head coaching job, got it. Tough pill to swallow. Good for him in his career. Like,
right.
Obviously, what he did to us, like, go. Who are we to try to hold him back? Go be a head coach. Right. You deserve respect. But you're not going to be a defensive coordinator anywhere else. Like,
you saw that. I think it was his last press conference before, or maybe it was it was before the last game. He had a press conference, and he was kind of emotional, teary-eyed in the fact that this was the most fun year he's had, and it was kind of like a goodbye without it being a goodbye. So people were reading into that. I don't know, but I hope that Patrick Graham comes back.
I mean, what he's done with his bunch of no names and then building a cohesion, building a foundation for us, and just watching our D line get so much better with obviously Max, with fucking even, oh my God, our rook number 9 coming to his own.
Yeah, Wilson.
Yeah. I had nothing to say. Once since AP took over and they started sliding him to the center or to the middle more, he shut me up. I was like, damn, all this shit talking we were doing. The kid showed a lot of regression. He's a rookie, and he was an injured rookie at that. Like, he's going to be healthy this offseason, hopefully. So, again, time to learn the defense and fit in more with Max, with Kuntz, Diablo playing like it's exciting. Jack Jones coming over being a fucking dog. Like, it's just an exciting time.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that we don't have this conversation next offseason. I'm so tired of these fucking fun off seasons. Let's have a boring off season. Next off season, let's let it be boring. Like let us be.
You know what? Let's have an off season next year that doesn't begin until February.
Yeah, like I don't want to talk about who my head coach is, or I'm not worried about the draft because we're picking in the late 20s or 32nd. Like I'm tired. Like, and then the next off season or this season we got 2 extra home or an extra home game. We always get 1 extra. So looking ahead, it hopefully catch one of those games. We'll see.
Well, I was gonna say, now I know you're West Coast, but or wait, did you go to the squadron in Oceana?
No, I'm up here in fucking Fresno or Hanford, whatever.
Okay,
same thing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, they have squadrons in there. I thought you were with the Air Wing, or did you move on the
Hanford? It's Lemoore.
Okay.
I just say Fresno because no one knows what Lemoore is.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
right,
definitely just easier.
Hey, if you're in Fresno, let me know, because text me your number.
Yep.
Because my boy Winchy might be rolling through there sometime soon. It'd be good to see you.
And then trying to figure out when. I mean, I got to hit up. Oh my God, I'm blanking out his name again. Wow, what's his name? Mask, gray mask.
Gray Mask.
Oh.
You talking Grim Raider?
No, not Grim. He's up here too in the Bay or the
Gray
area.
Mask.
He does not gray. It's like silver. Air Force
my
vet.
boss.
Yeah, I don't know why I forget.
My
Yeah, my
boss.
bad. I'm so trying to go to what is the explosion, which I'm hearing they might slide it, so it's not.
Yeah, the explosion June 5th, I believe, this year. June
Okay,
5th.
so they're doing it earlier, so it's not fucking 1,000 degrees.
Yes, exactly. It's
Okay.
earlier to get more people there. And a mob talked to me, was it either today or yesterday? I think it was today. And I will be more than that. I'm going to be sending my stickers and my big personality, the personality cards,
Yeah.
because unless I am gainfully employed, unfortunately, this will be the first explosion that I missed. I've been to every explosion, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and
It's
unless
down
I
the street.
get out there, I can't get out there.
Madera's not far from me, but every year they've been around literally my anniversary, and I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like dead on the 22nd, the 23rd,
Yeah.
Like that's no go. Can't do that. But if it slides, that's up the street. We'll definitely try to check that out. I've been trying to, but I'll let you go. I'm gonna go hang out. But all right, Cam, let's talk to you.
Oh, hey, you know what? By the way, before you go, for those that don't know, suicide awareness and prevention. It's okay not to be okay. Make sure that you get. We throw some plugs out for Raider Squid if you want to. Go ahead, there, shipmate.
No, I'm still doing a lot of that stuff. It's just things changed over the past few years with work, and you know why.
Yeah.
So I definitely focus on spending time with the wife and kids, wife.
That's right.
And so
yeah,
you got to prioritize it. But all right, Cap.
The man has got an anchor on, and he's also got an eagle behind him, as called the wife. But still, anytime that you can do, and because she outranks you, you know that.
100%.
She outranks you, but it's good to see you, man, and we thank you for all.
We'll be touch. All right, bro. Bye.
All right, that's Raider Squid, man. Good to see him. Yeah, we got, like I said, he's still involved. He might not be as involved, but you know what? Because you have things to do. You have your wife, you have your job, you have your career. I'm telling you, it's busy. Bourbon, good to see you as well. We got Pinoy in here. We got Sharif, a.k.a. Black Thanos, Anna Diaz rocking the house. Yeah, Craig Gilmore. I know about his Vietnamese domestic violence. I don't think, and again, I throw it up every time. It said because of his past with domestic violence at the University of Colorado, it's a stigma. It's a stigma. So it's still over him as far as, like a funk. I don't know. I think that, and here it is. I'll give Craig. I was talking about Craig. Domestic violence issues that might have been this. I will tell you this, folks, and I'm telling you this because it's personal. Just because you've been charged with something and you didn't do it, you still people say, he was charged. No. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. Pisses me the fuck off. Seriously. If you're convicted, then you know what? You fucked up. But just because you're charged with it doesn't mean it actually happened. If you would like to come into the show, hey, Pinoy, yeah, that's a Christensen, and that's a signed Christensen. You see the signatures there. Hey, I made the video with the Hers potato chips. Thank you there, Chris. Is it on the Facebook? Hang on, I'm going to look at this real quick. Let's see. It's a video. Philly sports fans. Okay, I'm looking at here. Come on, why is it not looking? There we go. Okay, yeah, the Hers potato chip commercial. Yes. Oh, I'm there. Yes, I'm on the Hers potato chip commercial. Let's see a bunch of people I know. Yeah, a bunch of Philly fans, of course. Tampa Bay fans. There's the other Raider guy. There's, yeah, you got all the Hers. Oh man, that's great. It's really, and by the way, great potato chip. Great potato chips. If you want to see, in fact, I'll put the link up. Thank you there, Chris. I'll put the link up. You want to see the like I said, the gentleman that I was with, for the Hers commercial. I made the Hers commercial. I made the link. But I don't know about Palomalu, because I think he's a Palomalu, and Polomau is obviously the safety. I don't know if he's coming back as one of the coaches. I don't know. It's up to the staff. It's up to the staff. I can't tell you. I don't know. If you want to come into the show, please, I'm going to put the link up. In fact, let me see here. Come into the studio now. And I will put the link up. Okay. Come into the studio now. There's the link. I guess they fired Bo Hardigree today. It's, and it's unfortunate because Bo's gonna latch on somewhere. He's gonna latch because the kid's smart. He was a decent quarterbacks coach, and he had the unfortunate role of calling offensive plays using a bubblegum rubber band offense. Seriously, a bubblegum rubber band offense. It's unfortunate. What paninis or what? Upper decks? I thought they were up. I guess they're called paninis now. I haven't bought cards in so long. I'm just looking at the commercial. I got to get some cards. But yeah, come into the show. We got a half an hour to talk. If you in case you missed it, obviously Antonia Pierce was named as the head coach of your Las Vegas Raiders today. They have not announced who the general manager is yet. Ed Dodds was in the building last week doing an interview. Champ Kelly is going to be doing some. Okay. I don't know this for a fact. I don't know this for 100%. But Champ Kelly, 99.999% is going to be in the building doing something with the Raiders because he's a very viable asset for the team. Now, whether he takes on a GM-ish role, if Dodds isn't named, they might name somebody else. I'm just saying. Yeah, and this is true, Matt. Champ Kelly was in the room when they were interviewing for the coach. You're not going to have a guy that's not staying in the room when you're interviewing coaching candidates. It's just stupid. It's not going to happen. And by the way, I love Matt because Matt has been consistent. He comes in here, he lays some knowledge, he comments, and he is viable. He is a He's a great asset to the show. Thank you, Matt. And I want to say thank you for everybody that's here. I don't play favorites. I apologize. I'm not trying to play favorites. But, if you're here and you've been here, I appreciate everybody that's popped in. Seriously. We heard from Raider Transplant, a.k.a. Angelo. We heard from Raider Squid. We're hearing from the section of the comments. Like I said, we had Matt commenting. We had, who else? I was saying Bourbon was in here. Sharif is in here. Sharif, get your ass in here. Raiders Pinoy, obviously, Anna Diaz. Craig Gilmore was the gentleman I was talking about, we were talking about Eric Bieniemy's domestic violence. I see I don't think that they're going to announce anybody until they announce who the GM is. Okay. And like I said, with Kelly staying, if you have Graham stay, if you have Marvin Lewis come in to be an adjunct professor, shall we say, if you have somebody else come in like the old coach Tom Coughlin, you haven't heard Rob Ryan's name. We don't know. We don't know if Rob's going to be here. We don't know. And Pinoy is correct. You have Kelly and Dodd, and it's Dodds, by the way. I think it's Dodds. Dodds and Kelly would be a great pairing. I agree. What game is this? I'm looking on TV. Oh, it's the High School Polynesian Bowl. I was like, what am I watching? It's in Hawaii. Mike Sarah says Kelly will get the GM. I don't think so, Mike. They probably would have announced it already. I think they're waiting. I think it's a matter of if Dodds can come in with the money. Maybe he's asking for too much. I don't know. But I would love to have Dodds and Kelly together. And Dory, I appreciate you as well. Thank you. I appreciate and love you too. I mean that. Dory's been like a constant viewer, friend, and a person that keeps me in mind. We would do trivia together. So it's cool to have people that are here. And we're talking, like I said, we're talking Raiders football. We're talking the fact that, we're happy that AP got the job. But like you said, there's still rocks to overturn, and there's still people to come in. A co-GM role, I don't think so. One's gonna be the GM. One's gonna be a person. And in my estimation, I think Dodds would be the GM and Kelly would be director of player personnel or some other hotsy, totsy, schmatzy title. That's what I think. 1 second. Pardon me, that was a hellacious sneeze. You did not. Where's my? Where the hell are my freaking? Oh, there it is. Okay. I come prepared. Sorry. Yeah. When I blow my nose, it sounds like an elephant. I get it. But it's because you got to clean the nozzle. Kelly, and here, like Craig says it, Kelly gets the fancy title. Dodds gets the GM role, right? Steve says, and Dodds GM, champ football operations, AP head coach. PG is the DC. Marvin Lewis. No. I don't. I think Marvin Lewis is going to be a senior defensive assistant. I can't see, because that would be a demotion for Marvin Lewis. But if he's the linebackers coach, fine. But he's gonna be involved. He's gonna be involved heavily. Tom Coughlin is going to be involved if reports are true. If reports are true. But if you wanna come into the show, I'm putting the link up one more time, because otherwise, I got stuff to do. It's a Friday. Let's just come into the show. Let me do this. Okay. There's the link. There's the link. There's the link. Come into the show. If you want to come into the show, please do. Because otherwise, I'm going to... Oh, thank you, Mike. Mike says, Gesundheit. Dankeschön. To your health. Absolutely. Thank you there, Mike. But yeah, I'm a double sneezer. I'm a double. You do one, you do two. Some people are singles, some are triples. I'm a double. So anyway, I'm looking. There ain't crap on TV tonight, right? Seriously, I'm looking. There ain't crap on TV. So I'm looking around. Blue Bloods, okay. Probably seen it. I did notice that I actually do have the Peacock channel, because I bought it a while ago. So I can't stand, not scary movies, but psychological thriller crap. Okay. I'm not a real fan of that. Okay, I'll put on Nemesis. There's a Star Trek movie. At least I'll watch that. You got that. If Yankee can bring some Hall of Famers to help him go, we don't even need Hall of Famers. You just need guys that know what the hell they're doing. I'm wondering who he would reach out to. Well, like I said, there's Woodson, right? There's Woodson, Hall of Famer. And remember, Richard Seymour has been in the, and we discussed this the other night. What is his role? What is his role? Richard Seymour's role. He's going to be doing something with the Raiders. What is his role? Mike, I don't think this, because I think that whoever is the general manager, they had input. I don't think it's been announced yet. I know that Kelly has had input, right? I know they have input. I think that what it is they're trying to, dot the I's and cross the T's and get the money and all the things that go with it, right? It's going to be Kelly or going to be Dots. I think. I don't think we're going backwards, because I think those guys were heavily involved in the role that put Antonia Pierce as the head coach. So I don't think we're going. I mean, I get what you're saying. Though. But I think that somebody knew. But if you want to come into the show, seriously, we're at 137. If you're not popping in by the time the show goes to 140, which is in 2 minutes, I'm heading out. And we'll talk. And again, definitely talk Sunday. There will be, 4 games. The conference championship games will be decided. I've already stated, and this is not a popular opinion. Yeah, 2 minutes. Ramiro knows that. Kind of like the old George Carlin, 2 minutes, get your shit together. I think, and this is unpopular, I think that the Bills lose to the Chiefs. I hate saying that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I think the Bills lose to the Chiefs. I also think that the Packers, for some reason, I think the Packers can upset the Niners. Maybe, and I'm not smoking something. I just that they're not supposed to be there. I think that, I'm not sure if I picked the Texans to win. Oh yeah, Pinoy. I hope I'm wrong too. Trust me. Oh my God, I hope I'm wrong. I want the Chiefs out of there at the very first opportunity. At the very first opportunity, right? Want them out of there. So, ooh, really? Oh, dude, I don't remember this. Oh my God, yeah. I'm watching Star Trek Nemesis, and I don't remember seeing this movie fully, but I see the upper dome of the Enterprise just went headfirst into a Klingon ship, or Romulan Klingon. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's Klingon. Anyway, good. Okay, good. I'm going to bring in. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. We're going to start with Raphael. Raphael, I'm going to give you about 7 minutes, because then we're going to end with Anna. So, Raphael, give me 7 minutes of good stuff, and I'm going to Anna because I want to make sure I get this in at 2. We good? 7 minutes most? All right, brother. We bring in Raphael Chacin Montillo.
Hello,
Senor,
Captain Jack.
how are you doing?
Yes,
You're good.
I'm definitely
Good.
good. I'm definitely good. Good to see you. And I'm gonna tell you about this. I just hit it by the jackpot, because every time that I just spoke in live streams that we're not gonna sending off for a big name coach, they're gonna need like Antonio Pierce for one more season, and they did it. I mean, they just got it right into the action, because this is like the perfect formula. Because after what you saw for the performance against Chargers, Giants, Jets, including a perfect Christmas gift against Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, that's what they needed, exactly the formula. Because Antonio Pierce, he became like a great leader. He showed up with a lot of discipline. And of course, he showed out to the whole team, to the locker room, what it's got to be a disciplined team, a great team with action, play some great football, and some great knowledge. Some of the other teams didn't. And
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
very surprised.
Now, Rafi, I'm gonna ask you. So we got Pierce,
Yeah.
Pierce, and I'm very happy about that. Now, I'm gonna ask you, if you're not prepared, and I apologize if you're not prepared, and
Okay.
I'll give you a pass. Do you have anybody in mind that you want as the offensive coordinator for the Raiders? Somebody that you've heard about, somebody that you would like as the offensive coordinator? And again, I apologize for just throwing it at you and you're not prepared for it. I'm curious as to who you might have in mind.
I just had a very mind, but I think there's one person that I would love to. I mean, that would just like anything could happen. But I mean, there's something that like anything could happen. But I just wanted to tell that I'm gonna send it off for anything, because after hard to greet, it's gonna happen like this one. But I would love to send off Cliff Kingsbury. I would love to see like Cliff Kingsbury for offensive coordinator. I mean, he has a great resume, but I think he had to take like a time for this. I would love to see it, because he just spent last season as a senior offense analyst at UCC, and he was mentoring Caleb Williams. He has attention for 2024 draft. I mean, I would get to expect as a offensive coordinator. I mean, I would love to see like Clint Kingsbury because he has a very good connections with the UCC, and he would just gotta expect it the best of the best. I mean, if we just had Antonio Pierce and Matt Lewis for the loss of the coaches, I mean, Cliff Kingsbury, I think this is gonna have like in this one. So I would love to say that. I mean, he has it a great he has it a great coordinator, but I think he's gonna be like a he just missed it a little bit, but he has to adapt it a little bit more.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Now, I know you keep up with I keep up with other teams. I'm going to ask you this. I want you to tell me who wins the games this weekend. Who wins, Rafa? Between okay, you know who's playing. Okay, between the Packers and the Niners, who wins?
Ooh, it's gonna be like really tough, but I would love to see Green Bay Packers winning against San Francisco 49ers because
So no, no,
I
no,
think
not who you want to see. Who you
uh,
think's going to win? Who you
Packers.
think's going to win?
Packers over 49ers.
Okay, okay,
And
okay. Then
because I know
Detroit
that
playing
Detroit,
host to the Bucks.
hmm,
Yep,
Detroit
Detroit playing the
Lions.
Bucks.
Detroit
Okay.
Lions. I
The
mean, don't be
Ravens,
surprised.
the
Yeah.
Ravens, yeah, the Ravens hosting Houston, the Texans.
Ooh, this is gonna be like really tough. I'm gonna say Baltimore Ravens, and be careful because they had a
Okay,
powerful offense and defense.
okay. Last game, and this is the one that I hope I'm wrong on. Buffalo hosting Kansas City. Who do you think?
It's
Who do
gonna
you
be
think's
like
going
a
to win?
shocking
Buffalo
surprise,
hosting Kansas City.
but Bills win an upset against Chiefs. Bills upset.
Well, they're at home though. It's in Buffalo, Rafa. It's not in Kansas City. It's in Buffalo. So it's an upset.
Yeah, it's in Buffalo.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's an
Well,
upset in
Rafa,
Buffalo.
thank you for that. Thank you. I'm going to get Anna on because I want to make sure I got her on as well. Remember,
Okay.
Rafael Chelsea Montillo. Make sure you hit up his channel. Rafa, make sure you
Yes.
put your YouTube channel in the chat. Hit him up. Always entertaining. Always has his
All
point of
right.
view. And I tell you what, one thing I like about you have a better short beard than I do because I can't have a short beard. I have to have a big beard because mine doesn't fill in all the way. Yours fills in.
Mm, yeah, I know,
It's
but
that good looking. It's that good looking Latino guy in you, man. I know what it is. That's what it is.
yeah, I know, but I just wanted to say that thank you very much and salute to you, Captain Jack. And right now, I'm gonna say it for a few words. So here's the link that I just put in on the chat, so everybody can subscribe me, and I'm on my way to 1K subscribers. And I just wanted to say thank you, and of course, Radio Nation for life, and let's go.
There you go. Hit up his channel. He's close to 1,000. He's close to
Yeah,
1,000. Go hit
yeah, there
it.
you go.
You know I subscribed. I subscribed. You know I'm subscribed.
Yeah,
You
it
take care,
is.
partner. Be well.
All right, have a good
There
night.
you go. Hit up. You got it. Hit up Rafa. And I didn't hit him. He popped out. I'm gonna get Anna in here because I want to make sure we got it in time. We got about 7 minutes or so, maybe a little more. So Anna, what are your? I mean, you're sitting there in Vegas. What's the latest that the news is talking about for all the things Raiders in Vegas?
Well, we know that they're not doing any more news for tonight, but they said that soon they'll do the formal announcement. I'm pretty sure that we'll hear who the general manager is, and of course, we got our coach and who else. I'm pretty sure that they're getting things together, and I know that they're probably going to do a formal announcement, I would say by Monday. If not, maybe tomorrow. We don't know. Um, it was very exciting to hear. I was, oh, I was at Shack's Chicken Shack across from UNLV, and I heard the notice on my phone, and I looked at my phone. He's our coach, real loud. And there, thank God there was only a couple of people in there and stuff. I was very loud though. I was so excited. It was wonderful news.
We're allowed
Was
to be
anxious
excited.
to
We're
hurry
allowed
up
to be
and get
happy.
home. I
Yeah,
was anxious to get
yeah.
home and turn on the news and stuff, and then you could tell that the sportscaster Kevin, he was trying to hurry up and get all the information that he could together. And then of course, probably the 10 o'clock news is when we'll hear more details. And maybe we'll even hear like when they plan on doing a formal announcement. That's what I'm hoping for tonight. But other news that did come up, the Oakland A's are more than likely going to play in Salt Lake City for
Hmm.
the from the 2025 to 2027 season. Why they build the stadium here. And if many of you may not know that it will be where the Tropicana sits. That's where the new
Hmm.
stadium's going to be. They are going to implode the Tropicana Hotel and Casino sometime by 2025. They're going to implode and start construction immediately. And then that they are estimating by 2028 that it will be completed. So if you're a fan of the Tropicana Hotel and Casino, this would be the year that you may want to go and stay one last time and, take your pictures of it. And we all know Vegas, when they implode a building, they do it in true Vegas fashion. So it will be a big event when they implode the Tropicana. Um, of course, they are preparing for the Super Bowl already. One of the main stages will be, of course, the Bellagio fountains.
Right,
They
right.
got getting access to the stadium right now. Say if you want to go to the Raider image or anything, it is a little bit complicated right now because they do have the streets in that area blocked off already. Um, they are, getting all the Super Bowl preparations. If you have not registered, and you may be one of the lucky 17,000 people that can get invited to Guy Fieri's Ultimate Super Bowl Party. It is a free event. And if you do have a Cash App um, number or whatever you want to call it, you enter that Cash App. They said that you are guaranteed to get into that Ultimate Super Bowl Party. It is free. I don't know the location of it, but those that do get the invitation, they will disclose where the location will be and everything. So that's
I
going
was
on
gonna
during
say,
Super
okay,
Bowl
so
week.
I gotta ask. Okay, I applied for two tickets. I didn't. I used my phone, but how do they know that it's a Cash App phone? That's what I'm asking.
No, because there was a box that says if you have a Cash App, you put your Cash App name on that particular
Ah,
box.
damn it! I missed
Because
that.
okay, you had to read all the way down, and you had to go
Shoot,
all the way through, and it asks you for your Cash App identification name.
damn it.
And unfortunately, I don't have a Cash App, so I didn't have that. But you know, I mean, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know when they're gonna start, sending out the invitations to that event. And then also too, I did get a text message that I guess Gronkowski is
Oh, a beach
having
party.
a
Something about a.
tailgate party as well.
Yeah, I got that on my phone too. I'm like, I don't know
And
who the hell gave me this, but yeah,
sorry.
yeah, no worries. I'm gonna have to go back to maybe
Yeah,
I
so
can reapply to the Guy Fieri.
there's a lot of events coming up. There's a lot of events coming up. There's a lot of things, but like right now, I think we're all in jubilation, for, having coach on board, and I'm really excited. I'm looking forward, to what the next season's going to bring, and then also to, with the NFL draft coming up. I think we're gonna see a lot of surprising picks. I really think we are. I think they're gonna really, really, really go through it because from what the news has said here is that they have their people already working on potential, draftees. They're already having people that they're looking at already, that they're looking at film. They're doing all their research on the upcoming draft picks. So they've already started on it. So
Well,
I
Anna,
think,
but see, that's year round. The scouts do that year round, and if they're just doing it now, then they're late because they've been doing it year round. Getting, maybe they're finalizing their rack and stack, but the scouts do that year round where they put the inputs in. Maybe you're saying, or what somebody said, pardon me, is that they're doing their final rack and stack of who they think are the best at each position. That I can believe.
yeah, I'm really, like I said, I've been on cloud nine all day, so I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. And then, of course, as soon as we find out anything, that I'm gonna try and go live with when it comes to the news and everything. Our next news update will be after 10 o'clock. And like I said, and if you want to watch the news live, you can watch it live through the Facebook app. I mean, not
Mhm.
Facebook. I mean the app. If you download like either Fox 5 app, Channel 8, news app, they stream it live, so you can watch it live as well. And so
Yeah, so for all you people that live out in the Pacific time zone, do that. If you're in the Pacific time zone, make sure you got the Fox 5, the CBS 8, I think. If I'm
because the
getting the
Fox the
names,
Fox 5
CBS
app,
8, Fox
okay,
5.
Fox 5, they're on all the time. You got the 10 o'clock
Mhm.
Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday from 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time all the way to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. You can watch the news at any time between those times. And then of course in the morning they start at 4 in the morning Pacific Standard Time all the way till 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in the morning. That's Monday through Friday. And then of course on the weekends, I believe it's 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Sunday mornings. And then on Saturdays, I believe they come on at 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock on Saturdays, Pacific
Okay.
Standard Time. So like I said, you could download the apps, you could watch the news live, you can get all the Raiders updates. And there's a particular theme that they play. That's how I know that Raider news is coming on. Is it's a particular theme, and then boom, that's when I catch the news on time. So
Okay.
that's my little secret.
Well, you
But
know what?
anyway, so
I don't I
I
don't I don't have an app. I have an Anna. I don't need the app. I got an Anna.
don't have an app,
I
get an
got an
Anna.
Anna. I got an
But
Anna.
anyway, so I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And like I said, I will be going on again, live after 10 o'clock tonight. If you don't have me on Facebook, you can reach me on Facebook. It's Ana Diaz Rincon. And like I said, have a wonderful weekend. You know, y'all be safe,
If
have
I
fun.
find
And those that are in the cold weather, stay warm.
stay warm. And
Love you,
what I'm doing
Captain.
this weekend, I love you too. I gotta find my friggin' tickets. I gotta find my.
Find those
They're
tickets.
here. I gotta find the tickets. It's money. It's money. I got money. I gotta find the tickets.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
I take care, Anna. Thanks again. And that's our show. Yeah, right up at 1:58. So we're right up at the time. Again, this is a Friday show, an extra bonus show. Be back Sunday for Ask Captain Jack on Sunday. An extra show was tonight. please watch, please share, please get it all to your friends. Antonia Pierce is the coach. Can't wait to see him in action as the head coach of your Las Vegas Raiders. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.